Go to Sleep, Jeff. Brought to you by the Wiggles Proprietary Limited and Hit Entertainment. Story told by Jeff Fatt. Published by Grosset and Dunlap, a division of Penguin Young Readers Group.
Hello, I'm Jeff Wiggle, and I'm going to read you a story. You can follow along in your book. Turn the page when you hear Murray strum his guitar, like this. You should be looking at the first page of the story. Are you ready? Let's begin. One night, after a very long show, I was very sleepy. I couldn't wait to go to bed. But the strangest thing happened. I couldn't fall asleep. Anthony, Murray and Greg were asleep, but I was still wide awake. The other Wiggles snored and snored, and the clock went tick-tock, tick-tock. I just couldn't fall asleep. The next morning, I told Anthony, Murray and Greg about what had happened. Anthony laughed. "You couldn't fall asleep," he said. "You usually have trouble staying awake." "I'm not kidding," I said with a yawn. "It was awful." "I'm sorry, Jeff," Anthony said. "Why don't you try drinking a glass of warm milk before you go to bed tonight? That always helps me sleep." That sounded like good advice. So that night I heated up some milk. I felt so tired I was sure I'd be asleep soon. While I drank my warm milk, Anthony said, "Good night, Jeff." "Sleep tight," said Greg. "See you in the morning light," said Murray. I pulled up the covers. I shut my eyes. I still didn't fall asleep. I heard the other Wiggles snoring, and the clock went tick-tock, tick-tock. But I was wide awake. "Well, Jeff," Anthony asked the next morning, "did the warm milk work?" I shook my head. Anthony said. "I usually have 3 or 4 sandwiches with it. Maybe you should try that." Then Murray chimed in. "I think Jeff should try counting sheep." "No, he needs exercise," Greg said. "If Jeff does 50 jumping jacks, he'll be so tired he'll have to fall asleep." So that night I tried counting sheep. 1 fuzzy sheep, 2 fuzzy sheep, 3 fuzzy sheep, but I still just couldn't sleep. So I tried doing jumping jacks. I jumped until I was out of breath and every muscle ached. But I still couldn't sleep. I even tried counting sheep doing jumping jacks. The other Wiggles kept on snoring and the clock went tick-tock, tick-tock. But I still couldn't sleep. The next day, Dorothy and Wags stopped by. I told them about my problem. Dorothy had an idea for me too. "When I can't sleep, I count the roses on my comforter," she said. "No more counting," I said. "It was making me dizzy." Wags thought I should turn in circles until I found the most comfortable spot on my bed. But turning in circles made me even dizzier. Later that day, Captain Feathersword came by. "Ahoy there, Captain," I said with a yawn. "You look tired, Jeff," he said. "Aren't you sleeping?" "No," I replied. "I can't fall asleep." "My mother used to sing me to sleep," said Captain Feathersword. "Arr, I still love a good sea shanty at bedtime." Captain Feathersword turned to Anthony, Murray and Greg. "Why don't you write a lullaby for Jeff?" he asked. And that's just what they did. That night, Anthony, Murray and Greg sang the special lullaby they wrote just for me. I pulled up the covers, I closed my eyes, I listened to the sweet soft music, and I fell fast asleep. Now, here's the lullaby Anthony, Murray and Greg sang for me, and the sea shanty Captain Feathersword's mother sang to him when he was a boy. Soon you'll be fast asleep too.
Can you close your eyes and go to sleep? Can you close your eyes and go to sleep? That's it. Can you close your eyes and go to sleep?
Everybody's sleeping.